welcome to this episode of LDN Capital TV. Today we see the start of a journey to crown the first ever champion of the Spirit League when Mikey Mendoza takes on Kurrupt in a first round match for the Golden Grapplers Trophy. Also today it's all going to come to a head when Ash makes his in-ring return against Ricky High. Ash has overcome the odds to be here today in a match which many believe will not be for the faint-hearted.
This is London.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're now going to get ready for a first round contest in the Golden Grapplers Tournament. As you know, LDN have brought in the Spirit League to see who is the best of the old style of the World of Sport era S competition. And it's time for us to crown our first ever champion. So we've set up the Golden Grapplers Tournament. A series of men will enter the series of first round matches, which are elimination in their rulings, which means that the survivors of these matches will move forward onto the next stage. In this upcoming round, ladies and gentlemen, we've got Kurrupt, who's making his LDN Capital TV debut, and he's taking on a man who next week on LDN Capital TV will get to take on the LDN British champion for the British Championship. That man right there, Mikey Mendoza. And what an opportunity for Mendoza. As I said, not only is next week is he taking on the British champion, this week, he could very well take his first step towards becoming the first ever Golden Grappler trophy holder. Well, Mikey Mendoza has shown himself to be very good at these style of competitions. Kurrupt will be going into foreign waters.
A first round match in the Golden Grappler Tournament. A match made over an 18-minute time limit, 6 3-minute rounds, 2 falls, 2 submissions or a knockout to decide the winner. Introducing first on my left, hailing from Peckham in London, weighing in at just over 16 stone, this is Kurrupt. His opponent on my right, hailing from Eltham in London, coming to the ring weighing in at 17 stone 3, Mike Mendoza.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're ready to start this first round. As mentioned, it's going to be fought over a series of 6 rounds. To win, you must secure 2 pinfalls, 2 submissions, or a single knockout can also get the job done. Disqualifications are, of course, possible, though there will be a series of verbal warnings before a disqualification is issued. Mikey Mendoza is absolutely no stranger to these style of competitions. Solid lock up there with Kurrupt. And although I am not familiar with the ring work of Kurrupt, you can quite clearly see very tall, strong competitor. There's the lock up right again. Whoever wins this match will go on to the next stage of the Golden Grapplers Tournament. I've got to believe that they will probably enter being one of the biggest competitors in that tournament. Mikey Mendoza and Kurrupt still circling. Still a bit of a feeling out process going on. Fireman carry takeover. Kurrupt kicking out. Both men obviously very confident, even in the early stages. Kurrupt now re-enters the ring. No, he's straight out again. Mikey Mendoza obviously getting very impatient at this. Each of these rounds are timed. There is a limited amount of time to secure a victory. Well, both men very powerfully built competitors. It looks like they're going for a double Roman knuckle-lock right here.
Wait, I need my fans, man. Come on!
Kurrupt can't seem to get his head into this contest. Mikey Mendoza, meanwhile, most definitely has people behind him. And he'll also need people behind him next week when he takes on John Ritchie for the British Championship. Make sure you see that, ladies and gentlemen. Mikey Mendoza, as you can see, still getting ever more frustrated. Kurrupt really seems to be taking his sweet merry time getting into this contest. Mikey Mendoza obviously asking Kurrupt if he's sure he's actually ready this time. Kurrupt with a lot of time wasting, and it's obviously paid dividends. The end of the first round, ladies and gentlemen. We haven't seen much action. Mostly on behalf of Kurrupt, who's finally been cruising through that first round.
Seconds away.
I think both men will soon enough be ready enough as we enter the second round. If I think the first round has shown us that Mikey Mendoza most definitely more comfortable in that ring, Kurrupt meanwhile feeling ever so slightly nervous about taking on a man of the caliber of Mikey Mendoza. And the current #1 contender to the British Championship, getting the crowd into this thing, goes for the lockup, but Kurrupt goes from behind with the waistlock takeover, and quite rudely and aggressively with 3 consecutive slaps to the back of Mikey Mendoza's head. Oh, Mikey Mendoza now with strikes with the wrist, big body slam, and Mikey Mendoza is now on fire. Second body slam right there. Well, Mikey Mendoza now with a big back super, no, and a huge atomic drop on the back. And another atomic drop from the front. Kurrupt not sure what's going on now. And another atomic drop maybe. No, and he crotches him on the top rope. See, this is why you don't want to upset Mikey Mendoza. Slap him around the back of the head and he'll drop you on that top rope. Mikey Mendoza now dropping the knee. Looks like he's focusing right there on that appendage of Kurrupt. Drop the knee and now drop the leg. Really had that hold on very tight. Drops the elbow again. And a second time. Mikey Mendoza, very basic strategy here. Picked a body limb and going for it. Now that could potentially stretch and potentially snap the tendons that run along the back of your leg. Drops the knee again. Looks like he's going for a single leg Boston. Takes Kurrupt into the middle of the ring. Kurrupt could very well be in trouble right here. Oh, look at that modified version of a single leg Boston. And Kurrupt now is being tortured by Mikey Mendoza. Well, Mikey Mendoza putting as much pressure as he possibly can on that hold. Bringing the weight right down on the middle of Kurrupt's back. Well, Mikey Mendoza now isolating those legs. Looks like he's going to bridge into an SDF version. Oh, beautifully executed. Mikey Mendoza obviously trying to get a submission out of Kurrupt right here. He's trying to get 1-0 ahead in this contest. Mikey Mendoza would love nothing better than to win this contest 2-0, knowing full well that he's one step closer towards becoming the first ever Golden Grappler's trophy holder, and also knowing that next week he has the biggest challenge of his life when he challenges for the British Championship. Though unfortunately the bell went, Mikey Mendoza was forced to relinquish that hold as we conclude the second round. A second round which Mikey Mendoza has proved dominant in. And as you can see, Kurrupt now having troubles standing on that left leg.
Seconds away, round 3.
Well, we start the third round right now, and Kurrupt looking ever so slightly worse for wear. Trying to keep his distance from Mikey Mendoza. Mikey Mendoza's trying to dive for that leg. He wants to continue what he did in the second round. And Kurrupt, very wisely I might add, escapes to the outside. Well, Mikey Mendoza looks like he's going to go outside after his opponent. Kurrupt was taking far too long getting in. Well, this is looking quite dangerous, and Kurrupt there doing an immediate U-turn in that ring, dropping a couple of feet, and now just throwing desperate strikes to the back of Mikey Mendoza. Goes to the middle rope, drops the double axe handle right on the back of Mendoza's head. Well, Kurrupt now seems to have found the point to isolate himself. Oh, working now on the back of Mike Mendoza's head. He scored earlier on with that double axe handle, and now he just dropped that leg right on top of it. Well, big European-esque uppercut right there, and an open palm strike right across the chest of Mikey Mendoza. Whips off Mendoza with the reversal. Kurrupt comes off the top. Oh, and he takes the back body drop and hits those ropes. Mikey Mendoza now launches off Kurrupt. And oh, huge shoulder barge right there from Kurrupt. Sorry, from Mikey Mendoza. Kurrupt drops down very heavily though. And this third round seems most definitely to be going in Kurrupt's favour. However, Kurrupt right behind the referee's back, able to strike there illegally in the lower nether regions. And Kurrupt's going to take the advantage right now after that illegal low blow. He's now got a reverse chin lock whilst also putting the pressure right on the lower back of Mikey Mendoza. To me, that looks like a choke, but the referee's in there to make sure it isn't. Mendoza trying to fight his way out of it. And he does. Oh, and he's taking it right to Kurrupt's injured leg. Mikey Mendoza's been working on that, particularly in the second round, and he goes straight back to him. My goodness, make sure you don't go away.
This is London. This is London.
Kurrupt is getting ever desperate in these rounds. After a very strong round in the second, Mikey Mendoza unfortunately didn't fare quite as well in the second after Kurrupt used a few illegal underhanded tactics.
Seconds away, round 4.
But Mikey Mendoza's looking pretty fresh going into the fourth. And he's again trying to grab that leg and finally gets it with a single leg takedown. Keep in mind, Mikey Mendoza trained in the Hammerlock facility, possibly considered one of the first and one of the best training facilities in this country, not including the LDN training school, of course. And now Mikey Mendoza trying to separate those legs in a version of a British figure four. Oh, and a huge forearm strike right across the face of Kurrupt, and Kurrupt there replies with an open palm strike. And there's another forearm strike there from Kurrupt. And now Kurrupt gets a cradle, 2, 3, and he caught it.
Ladies and gentlemen, round 4, first ball of the contest to Kurrupt.
Ladies and gentlemen, evidently, Mikey Mendoza underestimated his opponent. Kurrupt was able to reverse that submission attempt, rolled up to Mendoza and got the 1-2-3. Mendoza is now playing catch-up. Kurrupt could very well just cruise through the 5th and 6th round and walk out into the next stage of the Golden Grapplers tournament. And Mikey Mendoza, knowing full well of this, comes straight in with a huge drop kick. Mikey Mendoza with a big back elbow. He knows there's a lot of stake here. Belly to belly. Beautiful execution. Gets the pinfall, but Kurrupt kicks out. Whoa, big military slam right there, and Kurrupt falls down hard. Mikey Mendoza now is all over Kurrupt, but Kurrupt is able to rake the eyes right there. And now choking Mendoza along that middle rope. Kurrupt now off the middle rope, well, straight underneath, and a cocky, arrogant slap right there. Now this is not the time for Kurrupt to be taking chances. The guy's 1-0 ahead. This is something he doesn't have to do. But alas, I think he wants to put an exclamation point on his victory. Oh, Mendoza caught him. Picks him up for a power slam. Mendoza, big running power slam, hits it hard. And Kurrupt has learnt a valuable lesson right here.
Ladies and gentlemen, round 5, equalising for Mike Mendoza.
Please keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, that the first round of the Golden Grapplers tournament is sudden death. If this match ends in a draw, we will go into a sudden death round. One man must win, and one man must go on to the next stage of the tournament.
Seconds away for the 6th and final round.
Well, here we are, ladies and gentlemen, now going into the 6th and final round. Mikey Mendoza versus Kurrupt. Kurrupt got the first pinfall out of nowhere when he was able to reverse submission attempt into a small package. Mikey Mendoza, meanwhile, using that raw power of his, hit a huge running power slam and got the victory. Now Mendoza went straight there to Kurrupt's legs. Kurrupt, however, saw it coming and dropped a few elbows right on the back of the head of Mikey Mendoza. And Kurrupt continuing that pattern, working on the back of Mikey Mendoza's head. Mikey Mendoza now able to find the escape right there, picks him up and launches his opponent into the corner, fires away with those forearm shots. Kurrupt, however, switches, drives the shoulders into the midsection, huge open palm strike. Oh, Mikey Mendoza, though, with a retaliation, European uppercuts, open palm strikes, forearm shots, anything to get the advantage. Both men are just exchanging shots right now, and now Kurrupt is just choking away at Mikey Mendoza. Looks like Kurrupt setting up something, possibly a power bomb. Oh, and he hits it! He managed to get the big man up. Well, Kurrupt now going to the top rope. This cannot fare well, whatever he was signalling for. Goes for a big moonsault, but Mikey Mendoza moved out of the way. And Mikey Mendoza knows full well that he has the advantage right now. The man who is en route to facing the British champion next week on LDN Capital TV. Mikey Mendoza launched him off the ropes. Oh, there's that power slam. There's his trademark. 2, 3.
Here is your winner, Mike Mendoza.
And the British champion, John Ritchie, had better look out for that power slam, because Mikey Mendoza has been putting men away left, right and centre. The other story is, of course, Mikey Mendoza now one step closer to possibly being the first ever Golden Grappler Trophy holder. And it'll be interesting to see who will join Mikey Mendoza in the next stage of the tournament.